Hey everyone. I wanted to sit down and talk for a bit about the release of Azthengar because this one means a lot to me. I don't want this to sound like a stiff announcement or anything like that. I don't want it to feel like a press release either. I just wanted to talk honestly because this game is very personal and it's very much a passion project of mine. This game has come a long way, you know. What started out as a dark little idea has turned into a growing world filled with cursed places, dangerous creatures, strange people, lost regions, and secrets buried upon secrets. Every time I work on it, the world opens up just a little bit more. There's always another path to build, always another door to place, another piece of lore hiding somewhere in the dark that is one of the reasons why I love working on this game and I love talking to you guys and making these videos. It keeps becoming more than I expected. And this version is another step forward. I'm proud because this game was not built under perfect conditions. It wasn't built by a large studio or backed by a massive budget. It was built through long nights, mistakes, and, well, a stubborn belief that this strange world was worth bringing to life. And here it is, alive and playable. And that means something to me. You know, Azthengar carries a lot of what I love about old games. It has that retro computer feeling, it has mystery, danger. It has that feeling of stepping into a world that does not explain itself right away, but you know, it's stuff like that that I miss in games. I miss when a game would make you feel like you found something hidden or strange or that you were never meant to find it. You know, that's the spirit I've been chasing. A game that feels like it could have been discovered on an old computer, you know? But I also want to be honest about where I am right now because this release happened during a very uncertain. I lost my job of almost 2 years, and a week ago I made a YouTube short about it, you know? And it's been a week. And this game has really helped me out in a lot of ways. You know, when something like that happens, it shakes you up fast because who has savings these days, or you know, who has stability financially, you know, in these trying times, you know? One day you have a routine and then suddenly you're trying to figure out what comes next. You keep applying for work, you don't get any callbacks or whatever, and it just breaks your spirit. You know, and I'm still trying to build this game. I'm still going to promote it. I'm still going to talk about it. And honestly, there is something powerful about that. Even though life is uncertain, you know, I still released the game yesterday, 24 hours ago. Sometimes, you know, I wanted to wait for the perfect moment before I let this game out. And within that week's time, it was a lot of testing, a lot of rework, just a lot of work, you know, and I'm proud of it. Sometimes you have to celebrate in the middle of a mess. Sometimes you have to look at what you built and let yourself admit that it matters. You have to say, hey, look, I made this. You know, I didn't quit. You know, why don't you download it and check it out? And yes, I'm still uncertain about the future, and of course I am. Who isn't? I don't know what's going to happen next, and that scares the crap out of me. I do know how many people will play this version of the game. A good few dozen, and that means a lot to me. I've already had 8 downloads of the game, and that's awesome. I feel so proud, you know, that this strange retro RPG already has a few people playing it. Not because it's perfect, because it's not. It'll never be perfect. I'll always keep adding towards it, but because it was made to please everyone. It was not. It was not meant to please everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't throw a mic in my face and then expect me to have a speech and all that stuff. Jeez Louise. Be- it's Azthengar. And I think there are players out there who will understand it. There are people who miss games like this. People who want adventure, mystery. No, people who don't want a product made by a committee. You know, once you start calling works of art, well, your work, like a product, it, it loses all artistic merit. Now, there are people who miss the stuff like this. I miss stuff like this. I miss the old days when movies were good. Now everything's garbage. I wonder why. A game like this does not need to explode overnight to matter. Sometimes it grows one player at a time, and that's what I've discovered. You know, a lot of times when people put out a game, that you either get very disheartened and disenfranchised when they find out nobody's played it. I've seen people on Steam who put out like their game, and then all of a sudden they get like one review and it's negative, and they're just destroyed by it. You can't be destroyed by it. You got to keep working. You gotta get up there one day at a time, one step a day. Just keep moving until the world tells you no, and then throws you against a wall. Then you're like, damn it, I'm mad as heck, and I want you to play this game, and I want you to see the art I created. So in the middle of everything, looking for work, handling real life, I'm trying to stay practical and responsible, but I'm also not letting go of the thing that gives me purpose: family and Azthengar. And the world does feel heavy right now. Look around you, the whole world's a shit show. I'm just waiting for the aliens to come down and then just kick all of our asses. But I also think this is exactly why creative things matter. We need games, stories, strange little worlds that remind us that there is still imagination left. There is still something to look forward to. There's always something to look forward to. For me, it's my game. For you, it might be, I don't know, sports or something. I don't know who's listening to these. Nobody even tells me their name. They won't even tell me what's in the secret sauce. But this release is not just an update. It's a sign that I'm still moving forward. It's a personal thing for me that life has not gotten me down. And that matters to me, you know? This version represents a lot of work, but it also represents a belief that this game can grow, belief that people can find it, belief that there is still room out there for a dark retro handmade RPG written in QBasic. I want Azthengar to become bigger and stranger. I want it to become deeper and more unforgettable. I want to keep adding new regions, characters, music. I want this world to feel like a myth people could step into. Like a dream. like the whole concept of being able to make something and put it out there for the world to see is because you have a dream, and it's to tell a story and to be a part of something great and be an artist, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's part of the process, and I'm still here for it. I'm still building, and I'm so excited. 24-hour release. After 24 hours the game, I released the game, and look at it now. 8 people played it. I'm pumped. I'm tickled pink. So to anyone who has supported Azthengar or games like Azthengar in any way, thank you. If you downloaded the game, watched a video, shared a post, left a comment, or even gave it a moment of your time, that means a lot to me too. When you're making something independently, every bit of support feels real. Every comment matters. You know, every view matters. Every download matters. I'm not trying to become like a superstar. I'm not. I'm just an artist who's trying to make something good in this world. And I'm always going to keep pushing. I'm always going to keep looking for work. I'm always going to keep taking care of what needs to be taken care of. But I am also going to keep building Azthengar because this game has become part of my life now in a way I cannot ignore. It's become proof that I can keep going, proof that I can make something great. That's even when life changes suddenly, I could still stand up, open the game, and keep building. That's something I'm proud of. It's free to play and made with a lot of heart. It's not some giant corporate product. It's handmade, built by me, someone who truly cares about the world itself. And it's free. I'm not charging anything for it. I could charge $20 for it, but I don't want to. Would it help me greatly? Yeah, it would. But I can't do that. I can't charge for art. And I know that sounds crazy, and I know a lot of people are probably like, "Oh, why not? You put all the time and money and effort into it." I just can't do it. So I want you, and I know this is going to sound weird, but I want you to step into the castle of Azthengar, explore the darkness, uh, see what's inside, and if it connects with you, share it with someone else who might understand it too. Because we're all just I don't know, artists in a starving world, I guess. We're all starving artists. And if it connects with you, that's all that matters. Well, that's it for now, you guys. Thank you for listening and being here, and thank you for giving Azthengar a chance. The latest version is out now. The link is in the description below. Don't forget to download it and play it. You won't regret it. If you like this video and want to ask me questions about the game or what have you, uh, write me a comment. Write me an email. The email's on the YouTube page. Um, and subscribe and, be good people to one another because that's what this world's really lacking. We're lacking. The world is lacking humanity. Everyone's divided because that's how they always seem to get everything they want, by dividing people. I don't believe in dividing people. I believe in bringing people together to enjoy life rather than to spend life hating one another or ideologies or anything like that. We have to move away from that. We have to work together as people to build something meaningful before our time runs out. That's what life's all about. Being good people and coexisting and try to build something great. That's what I want. And that's what I think the world needs. You know? I'm trying. I'm just one guy. I'm just one fellow. And if I could try to make the world a better place, then so be it. If you could try to make the world a better place, you're already doing so much more than the 1%. That's all I got to say. So, thank you everybody for joining me here today. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.